What's up, people? Sorry about the delay in my intro there, and my audio's a little weak because I haven't plugged in my mic yet. This bike was clean. Honest, yesterday it was clean, but I took a little morning ride this morning. I cheated on you guys, and I hit some mud, some grass, hit some features on the Pigeon Creek Trail. Today, it's after work. We're not going to have a ton of daylight. It probably will be dark by the time I get back, but we're going to go out to Burdett Park. I want to go to the Howe Wetlands, but the Howe Wetlands is going to be flooded. So revenge on the Howe Wetlands for what they did to my tire that caused me to actually decide to get the Yashinko 2forums, finally put the nail in the coffin. Won't be able to get revenge on the Howe Wetlands and those tree stumps today, so that'll have to be another day. But today we're going to ride out to Burdett Park. We're going to take Franklin, and then we're going to have a pretty tame ride, to be honest. There's not really a lot of features on this ride. There will be some traffic. There will be some street riding. It will be cold, so at least there's that. It's like, it's freezing out here. so at least there's that. I've actually got 2 pairs of heated socks. And I have a heated sock in my helmet right now. That should be better for audio. I just plugged in the mic. I have a heated sock in my helmet right now. I put the cuff, and I kind of tuck the battery in there, so the cuff becomes like an upside down battery holder if you roll it over. I might show you all later. But then what you do is you put the sock on top of your head, put the helmet on over your sock, and it helps keep your helmet warm. Also, I've attached a new microphone holder that I may or may not show either on this video or a later video. I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. But it's got 2 purposes. For one thing, it's going to hold my microphone. And the second thing is, it's going to keep my visor slightly in an open position. And the reason for that is because my visor fogs up super bad usually. Make sure my gloves will turn on. I would definitely cancel the ride if my gloves wouldn't turn on, but they're on now. So yeah, God dang, I love this bike. I love e-bikes in general. I made the mistake, though, of putting some car quality D-squeak on my brake rotors. They make a D-squeak product. Probably don't do that to your own e-bike. I've noticed that ever since I did that, which was, yesterday when I cleaned it. But since I've done that, my brakes have got a little less performance to them. They're rolling to a stop instead of giving me a grippy stop like I'm used to. So I don't recommend. It's kind of a bad experience. It's a little spooky sometimes. I'm sure they're getting grippier as that product gets worn into the rotor. But yeah, not a big fan of the D-squeak. I was even considering washing it off. I haven't done that yet. Because it definitely changes the performance of the brakes, not in a good way, in a bad way. So here we go. The microphone is hooked up different. I believe you're getting good audio though because of the phone is giving the right indicator. Oh yeah, heated socks and heated gloves, 2 jackets and a duck suit, and yeah, I'm feeling warm considering, and the visor hack is working. It's like only open like a fingertip's width. It's like not open much, my visor, but it's definitely letting the helmet vent out the fog now, which is good. And yeah, it's colder, and yeah, some wind's getting through. But it's worth the sacrifice to be able to see. It's probably the most important thing is, see where you're going when you're on these bikes. I would not close my eyes and ride one of these. At least not for very long. I've not yet been hit by a car on an e-bike. Not on an e-bike. I have been hit by 2 cars on a regular bike as a teenager, so I had that happen to me twice. And I don't recommend getting hit by a car if you can avoid it, but neither time was my fault. So at least there's that. Now, funny story about the second time I was hit by a car, though. The first one was a hit and run. Never did catch the guy. The second time I got hit by a car, and it was one of my brother's friends that hit me. And he jumped out of the car and he's like, "Brandon, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm kind of hurt, but I think I'll be okay." He's like, "All right, well, I'll get in touch with you guys later." And he got in touch with my mom after the accident and asked if we were going to pay for the damage to his car. At which point my mom went utterly ballistic over the phone. It was griping and complaining. I was a tough teenager, so I didn't actually get checked out at the hospital. And, whatever. It was what it was. We didn't make him pay out or anything or go through his insurance, but it was just one of those funny situations where it's like, "Are you guys going to pay me for the damage to my car?" It's like, no, you hit my son. We're not going to pay you for the damage to your car. It was ridiculous. I don't know if the camera angle is good, so probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the camera angle bad, and then based on that maximum position that I know is a bad camera angle, I should be able to adjust it to a good angle. Let's try. So there's an angle that I consider bad, because normally I'm riding like this, so all you guys will see pretty much is my cockpit and maybe a little bit of the sky. If I tilt it up about that much, we should have a much better video. So we're going to try that. And granted, you guys might not be able to see my cockpit whenever you want to, or as much as you want to. But now, instead of having just the cockpit and part of the sky, you get more sky in the shot. And I kind of like that. And hopefully you can still see the cockpit, especially when I look down at it. So right now I'm looking at the speedometer, right? Hopefully you guys can see it when I look at it. The goal is to have you guys see where I look. And, we'll see how well that goes. I'm not sure if this setup will be warm enough for colder weather or not. And also, I've had an issue where these batteries in the socks and the gloves, they'll give out before I'm done with the ride sometimes, depending on how long I'm out. I don't really plan on being out that long today, I don't think. But that's a bad situation where you think, "Oh, I'll be fine, I'll be warm the whole time," and then your batteries die in your electric gear. It's kind of disappointing, especially if you're counting on it to not have your fingers freeze off or whatever. Oh well. I am wearing layers. Everything is layers. So at least we know I'm safe enough. I'm warm enough. Yeah, that worked wonders. Like, the helmet's not fogging up at all. Granted, it might be just a little warmer than it was earlier. I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. It's about 4:20 in the afternoon. And the sun will set in about 10 minutes. Our sunset officially is in 10 minutes, meaning I probably have like 30 minutes of daylight. Also, these Shinko 241s, I think I've done this ride one other time on these. So, with both batteries, I don't think I've lost enough range for where I'm going to be an issue. It's so good to be able to break away from work and responsibility and all that other stuff, man. And honestly, you need to have some way to break completely away. Break away from everybody every now and then. Maybe it's a book. Maybe your thing is reading a book. Break away by doing that. Break away by, I don't know, doing something else. I think a solo activity is needed and a team activity is needed. If you can get both those things in your life and you do them pretty regularly, you'll be pretty happy. Something with the family, something with friends, something all by yourself. Having said that, the great thing about bikes is it could be any of those. You could take your family with you. I ride on the tandem with my wife. You can ride with friends. You can ride by yourself. It can be all three activities if you want it to. No need to separate out. Just bike all the time. Kind of like that idea. The Masca Bar, that's a neat place. I got sucked into a basketball conversation last time I was there, and I try and keep up with basketball a little bit, but, I'm like, I'm more than casual about it, so I kind of embarrassed myself. I named the wrong player for the wrong thing or whatever, and they were like, man, you don't watch a lot of basketball, do you? I'm like, no, not really. They called me out. No, not really. I'd rather talk about bikes. I'd rather talk about Marvel Comics. Can we do that? However, you're... Franklin Lane's Bowling. I had my first girlfriend. This is going to be a weird conversation. Let's go on a tangent. But my first girlfriend, whenever I was 9 years old, her name was Julie, and we were best friends. We were too young to be kissing or hugging or anything, but we played Jedi together or whatever, Transformers and all kinds of different things. She would humor me, and we were such good friends. And eventually, as we got older, that ended because of we called ourselves girlfriend boyfriend, although that's not really what we were. But somebody tried to push us into that sexuality stage when we were 11. So we were friends for 2 years, and that kind of broke us apart a little bit. All the drama involved, he doesn't kiss you or whatever, or blah blah blah. Anyway. So we broke up as children. I didn't get to talk with her a lot after that, but eventually she started bowling there at Franklin Lanes. I know. I didn't Facebook stalk her or anything. Actually, I learned that from her obituary. So I was trying to check up on her about a year ago or so, and she had passed away. And I wrote something in her obituary page online or whatever, and her mother responded and said that was very, very nice or whatnot. But still, it was just so bizarre that I went to check up on someone who was such a dear part of my childhood, and they had passed on. I was pretty surprised. And upset. And I talked with my wife about it, but she never knew Julie. She didn't understand. And also, there's that bit of competition. Oh, your girlfriend, Julie. I was 9. But I don't think my wife really did that. But you know what I mean? But it's how much do I get to talk with my wife about that situation? But I did know Julie for 2 years, and we played together every day. What an amazing person she was. Parlor. My wife used to work at a grocery store that I think I already passed up, though. Would I have passed it up? No, it's over there. There it is. My wife used to work at that grocery store when we were 18 years old. She doesn't remember it. I'll talk with her about it, and she denies she ever worked there. It's only a month or two. I'm yeah, you did. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. Actually, I had to have been, that would have been after our daughter was born, and my brother had given me a car, because I remember driving her to work. I remember waiting for her in the parking lot, because that was back whenever the Jars of Clay came out with their Rain song. Rain, rain on my face. Whatever. for those of you who are in the Christian music. Ooh, look at that sun. And my gloves are too thick to make my visor work. And I just had a visor mishap. Beautiful. Now I got my visor pushing down on my spectacles. And not deployed. Hey, look, the sun vanished behind the view anyway. Oh, that's perfect. I'm glad I have mirrors so I can look and see if anyone's gonna... Okay. Wasn't sure if that guy was really stationary or not. There we go. Put the glasses back up, lift up the visor, adjust the spectacles, pop the visor back down. We are on our way. Simple 13-step process while you're riding a bike. Here we go. Might have to turn my gloves to red mode because my hands are getting some cold seeping through. I'm going as fast as we are. We're going, 29, 30 miles an hour. With the old tires, it would, like this 29 probably would be 30, 31, 32. But, it's the price you pay for knowing that your tires are going to last a lot longer. You have a lot less flats and a lot less slips. So it's worth it. And less torque. I mean, the bike does take a little longer to get up to speed. I pedal more now to help it. Like when around stops, I find myself pedaling more often to help it get up to speed rather than just coasting to speed. Which that's okay, it's a bicycle. You're supposed to pedal sometimes. I don't mind. What I want to do is get a 58 tooth crank set. And I calculated out how many chains I would need. I think it was 125 when I did the calculation. There's 3 different methods for measuring how long your chain should be. And any way I cut it, though, I was going to need to get 2 chains and then splice them together when I do the 58 tooth upgrade, which won't be for a while. It's actually affordable, though. Like, if you guys want to jump the gun and do it ahead of me, the grand total cost of going the 58 tooth is only like, it's under $100. It's like $78 or so. I just don't have $78 to throw at it right now, and I won't for a while. My next purchase, I plan on getting a seat cushion because Evansville's roads are awful. Like normally the seat's fine, but sometimes I go over a bump that I didn't see, and it's pretty severe. And I could get a softer shock. I kind of don't want to though, because I'm getting a rear passenger seat. So I'm getting a rear passenger seat, and I'll show you guys that whenever it comes in. So I can actually have someone ride this sucker behind me. I'd probably scoot all the way up or whatever, and let them ride in the back. And that'll be fun. So we're not cutting over to the Howe wetlands like we did the other day when I popped my tire. We're going to go the Burdette because, for one thing, it's going to be... No, that looks like it is above water. But it's going to be punky regardless. It's going to be punky. I don't know. I'll hit the Howe wetlands another day. Today I'm kind of set on Burdette. You see how it's kind of optional, though, with considering they're the same direction. I'll do the Howe wetlands maybe even tomorrow. I'd like to water the recede a little bit. Like the river is so high right now. I'd like to see the water recede a little bit. However, that's weird that the Howe wetlands isn't like up high like the river is. I guess because it didn't rain directly here. That's what it is. It didn't rain here. The river's up high because it rained somewhere else. And that means the Howe wetlands wasn't as affected. I mean, it did rain here, but I think that the river is high because it rained a lot worse somewhere else. Upriver. And then that water came down here. Yeah, relatively warm, even though it's freezing. And it's not bad. I got a bunch of cars behind me. And my turn is right up here after this crest. So I might want to go ahead and signal. Just let them know, hey, I'm not trying to be an ass, but I need to get over. One and 3/4 miles to Burdett Park, the sign says. Good to know. 1 and 3/4 miles at 34 miles per hour, or 30 miles an hour. After I get up to it, means I'll be there here soon. That was my elementary school. Actually, I went to the old Daniel Ward School in the 4th grade, and that got demolished in that summer. And then I went to the new Daniel Ward School for the 5th grade. Rolling, rolling, rolling. It's funny because, like, if I was in Florida rolling around where I lived for 10 years, I'd be telling a completely different stories about, you know, I used to drink at that place, or drink at this place, or I used to role play at that house, Dungeons and Dragons, or here's where I learned how to fight people, and, you know, with SCA people in armor and with sticks. You know, I'd have a completely different set of stories. You know, the triggers would be completely different, but most of this is all going to be childhood triggers as I roll around Evansville. If I was on the Navajo Nation, you know, that'd be a different set of stories. Oh, I used to substitute teach at that school, and X, Y, and Z happened, and there's where the school was dedicated by my medicine man, and no one was allowed to film, and here's where the rug auction was. You know, it's amazing how your location will trigger different stories in your mind. You'll reminisce. You're blocking the sunset. I kind of like it. I like that formation. That's kind of cool. You can keep it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time. Can't wait to slow down a little. Man, and pedal a little. Get warm. I need to go fast, though, so I have a little bit of daylight when I get there. I can slow down once I'm there. Maybe tomorrow is Revenge on the Howe Wetlands. That's what I'm going to title the video to. Revenge on the Howe Wetlands. Try and pop these tires. And then it probably will. Howe Wetlands will laugh and be like, you thought that would work? But actually, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Instead of cutting all the way across the field like I was going to on my old tires that weren't suited for that at all, I'm probably on these tires that probably could do okay on that. I'm probably going to go around the field just to be safe, at least the first time. It won't exactly be revenge. It'll be more like they're respecting the Howe Wetlands. Being afraid they're going to pop your tire again. Probably more realistically what's going to happen. Avoiding trouble at the Howe Wetlands. Not making the same stupid mistake twice at the Howe Wetlands. That sounds like a better title. Up a big old hill. This is Burdett Hill, infamous hill that has hurt many of my friends, and some of my adult friends even. This hill is like a trial of passage for young adults around here. Mostly going down it like on a skateboard or rollerblades or on a bicycle. Very popular activity. Oh my goodness, I'm fogging up my helmet by pedaling. And my mic holder is trying to pop off. Okay. What a massive hill. Whew. Okay, visor. Cold weather takes it out of you too. Crashed out here one day. Actually, it was the next one. I did fine around here. And right out here, there's a bunch of leaves and some wet. I went down pretty hard. That microphone thing is not in good. That's what that tick is. I'm not sure if I can adjust it right now either. Let's try and move it towards the center. Try and pop it down. Nope. It is being a booger. We'll see. I'm sure that noise is not pleasant because I'm messing with it either. Still there though. Man, my hands are freezing. Well, I'm going slow. It's probably time to turn up the gloves. Let my hands have a break from the cold. We'll go from white to red. Steven Seacrest, Gordon Seacrest. I do usually see some deer out here. I might not today. And a lot of times I've seen deer. I don't think I've got any on film yet. I might have. I made a lot of video footage. Hours and hours of video footage so far for your entertainment, if you so desire. And if you don't desire, it's there anyway. Maybe someone out there will watch it. See that hill? That's where we're going. Right up there. I got on the highest pedal assist, which means we'll probably get going pretty fast. Even though it's going up a pretty steep grade here. See if I run into any people or 20 miles an hour, 21 uphill. pedaling. Make sure the mic's plugged in. Ooh, I forgot to clamp my phone. There we go. That could have ended badly. Check my microphone again. Almost go off the trail. That would have been content. Sometimes I counter lean like police do. People think I'm a cop. What do you guys do? Counter lean or lean? This time I'm gonna lean. And sometimes I counter lean. Typically when you have to swerve really fast, you'll counter lean just instinctively. You have to do one or the other. Physics demands it. Oh, look at that. Oh dear. Wave at them. I know e-bikes are becoming increasingly popular for hunters. And I don't think I mind because I know where food comes from. Granted, you know, the sport aspect of it is a little annoying. Oh yeah, that'd be slick if it was wet. That'd be terribly slick if that was wet. Stop in the name of the sign. This is the road we'll take home. That's what I usually do. Heck, you know, the shortest day of the year, I think, was December 26th. And I'm not saying we're going to get a lot more daylight today, but I do feel like the light is lingering a little lot longer today. Or maybe it's just because it's not so overcast. Something's different. I know it's not the shortest day of the year. We're past that. And no, that's not the winter solstice. The shortest day of the year is actually usually a few days before the winter solstice. They're different things, contrary to popular belief. I decided too that May the 4th, probably these Shinkos are coming off, and I'll probably slap some V's on there. Because we'll be all past wet season and snow season, and I want to get a little more speed in the summertime And then come October 30th or thereabouts, I'll slap some Shinkos back on again. Use different tires for different seasons. Which, granted, the Shinkos can handle summertime, no sweat. But I would like to have my maximum speed back when it's not wet, when it's safe. Not be slowed down by the extra few pounds that these tires weigh. Yeah, I saw that trail back there too. I might do that trail again sometime. I did that once on my Raton Fat Bear Plus. I don't remember exactly what happened. I remember I wasn't happy with the outcome. I don't think I crashed. I just think it was not meant for an e-bike. I could go back and walk that trail real quick. I might walk that trail on my way back, if I can find it. We'll see how the daylight holds up. Oh, we're on campus territory. That's why there's all these blue call lights, or call boxes. I appreciate that. They put this trail that's impossibly dark at night right next to the university. Yeah, you're going to want some safety call boxes. It's just the right thing to do. You guys are left in the dark. How does the dark feel? Hello, darkness, your old friend. Nice to be here once again. I was on the trail when my camera died. Well, hello there. I'm having all kinds of malfunction junction today. That's brilliant. Anyway, people, I hope you all enjoyed that bit of road noise I'm about to post. Apparently my camera has also died, so I'm having technical issues unforetold. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the sounds of e-biking by your daddy bike. Have a good one.